Agatha Christie wrote some of the greatest mystery stories in all of literature. She was also extremely prolific, and when you write as much as she did, they're not all going to be amazing. The Seven Dials, Netflix miniseries, 3-episode long series, adapting the Seven Dials mystery, one of Agatha Christie's stories, and it's okay. It kind of depends on what you're here for. If you're here for a legit, hard to piece together mystery or to be surprised by its twist, I wouldn't recommend it on that basis. I called one of its twists literally the first time the character involved in said twist showed up on screen. Like, I'm probably about to ruin a whole bunch of mystery and thriller things for you with this particular little tip, but if you didn't already know, if your main character begins confiding in someone and says anything along the lines of, "You're the only person I can trust, I haven't told anyone else but you," it is guaranteed that they are mixed up in what's going on, if not the mastermind of the entire thing. 100% every time. So yeah, I guessed that immediately. And even the new twists that they added that aren't even in the book, I know what was in the book because I watched it with my boyfriend who'd read it before we watched it. But there's a whole new added twist at the end that isn't even in the book, and I called that too. So, yeah. If you're here to be caught off guard by the answers, that said, there are other things to enjoy. It's well shot. If you enjoy the period setting in general, it is well delivered. The actress playing the lead character of Eileen Bundle is a nickname that her friends give her. She's quite charming and quite good in the part. Also has Martin Freeman playing a superintendent from Scotland Yard. He's quite good in it as well. I always like Martin Freeman. All the performances are good. I'd say those two are the standouts. But it is, enjoyable enough. It's just not a super functional mystery. I think honestly part of the problem is it tries to be high stakes, but you just don't feel it. I was going to say it's pretty low stakes, except that's not really true. The stakes are actually quite high if you fully extrapolate what is on the line, but you never feel the weight of those stakes. Like, you really don't. To contrast it with possibly her most famous mystery story, or at least one of them, Murder on the Orient Express, that is ultimately a very low stakes mystery. Like, there's a character who's dead, but nobody else is in immediate danger. Nobody else is being threatened. It's just a question of who did this and why. But the stakes feel a lot higher because it just feels more tense and confined, partially because it's stuck on the train. But it takes something very small and makes it feel big. This actually takes something that is kind of big, but makes it feel small. I'm not entirely sure where the balance gets thrown off on that. Honestly, I don't think trying to blow it up a little bit bigger, like with the added twist, benefits it. It's a pretty low-key story. Honestly, a lot of Agatha Christie stories are, and our modern storytelling doesn't really gel with that so much. Like, it's shot like it's trying to be something bigger, but the story never feels like it justifies that. At least not as being presented. Also, something I didn't realize until the second episode, this is a Chris Chibnall joint. He did the adaptation, was the primary, or possibly even the only writer on this one. He's solid enough work. Again, I know some of the changes and additions from the book, and ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, they're mostly pretty minor. If we were to suffer from anything, I suspect, my boyfriend couldn't remember if this was the case or not, but I suspect there's probably some character consolidation, which probably contributed to me guessing as much as I did. It feels like there should be a larger suspect pool than there is, especially for something that's 3 episodes long, and you have that much time to mull over what you've already been shown. That might be part of the issue. But even if it didn't condense down characters to fewer of them, it is like... Here's the funny thing. After I realized it was Chibnall, there was something that I noticed that I hadn't fully clocked before. I was like, oh, of course it's Chibnall. I should have guessed immediately. If you remember, it became a little bit of his cliche while he was running Doctor Who. He loved his big, large titles, location, year, huge font, boom. Yeah, this does that too. And it was after I saw his name, and then it was like, London, 1925. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's him. I should have guessed already. It's him. Oddly, one of the things that I really would have assumed was added on because it felt kind of weirdly forced is in the book, which is that how do I know I've said that, like, I guess most of the twists. I also don't want to be spoilery about it because that feels like just being a dick. But there's this whole thing with this sort of thing that our heroine stumbles upon that, is this very secretive thing. And it felt manufactured. It felt like, oh, the movie did that. Like, no, that's actually in the book. I'm like, really? Wouldn't have called that. But as far as pacing goes, it's okay. It feels a little bit slow. That might be part of why the stakes feel as low as they are. Like when it tries to ramp up the action and make the threats feel more immediate, it feels pretty forced for the most part. I do really like the character of Eileen. Apparently, she was a recurring detective character for Christie, but she only used her twice. This was actually her second outing. Which makes me wonder what Netflix is planning to do if this succeeds, because this pretty blatantly sets up for more adventures from her, and there aren't any, at least not by Christie herself. Like, if this is a big hit, I don't know if it is, and I mean, we'll know whether or not they do a follow-up, whether or not it was a big hit. But if this is, and they want to do a follow-up, are they going to try and retrofit her other story she was in, which is chronologically before this one? Because that probably won't work. Or at least you'd have to change it so much you might as well write a completely new thing. If you're writing a completely new thing, are you sure you want to try and hold up to Agatha Christie even on one of her not best works? Yeah, not sure. But, there was fun to be had. Like, the scenes with Eileen and the superintendent are the best scenes. Like, the two of them bouncing off each other are phenomenal. I'd honestly watch a series of the two of them together. They're great. And everyone else is fine. Everyone else is fine. It just... I didn't care all that much about the mystery. And oddly, partially because of one of the changes, I think. So this gives our detective, our heroine, a direct personal connection to the initial victim. Now, I believe in the book she did know him, but in this, they were like romantically involved and he was probably about to propose to her. And I think they did that to try and give her a personal motivation to figure everything out. Whereas in the book, it's a bit just more, she's inquisitive by nature. And I honestly think I would have found that more interesting. If rather than she's out for revenge because she thinks somebody killed somebody she really personally cared about and nobody's doing anything about it. I've seen that a million times, just going, oh, well, there's some odd things about this. And I just kind of want to pull on the threads because I'm really curious. Honestly, would have felt like more unique characterization to me. It's one of those weird things, and maybe it's a problem of oversaturation where, like, the personal motive, this time it's personal kind of thing is so overdone that I actually find it more interesting when the hero doesn't have a direct personal connection to going on, but still cares for whatever reason. Like, you don't have to justify a personal connection for someone to care that somebody's dead and there's clues that are being overlooked. Someone can just care about that in the abstract. That's enough. I don't know. It's fine though. It's fine. It's like, it's not amazing. It's probably, it drags a little bit. Again, especially if you've guessed as many of the twists. One of the later twists, the tacked on one that's not in the book. Boy, they sit and they really try and milk that. They have a scene that goes on and on trying to justify this. And like on paper, fine, but again, I didn't care that much. It's fine. It's fine for what it is. If you're an Agatha Christie fan or completionist, probably give it a shot. Again, lead characters are really well performed, and I wouldn't mind seeing them again. But yeah. Seven Dials. Did you see it? What'd you think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Patreon pays the bills and enables me to do this as my living, even if you can't help me out that way. Like, share, subscribe. Those all help. Don't worry too much about it, though. We take a relaxed attitude around here, so you can just come on back next time you need a break. And now to thank my highest supporting patrons. Robin Moore, Jared Boyce, Zubin Lafula, Auntie Kate 808, Mira G, Angry Casperl, Dave Hall, Oliver B, Mystic Shadow, Sean Miller, Welsh Wrestling Geeks, Melissa Pedersen, Pickapock, Becky Sparks, Ulrich, Twilord, Tracy Scrabbit, Pau Barabajago, Cindy Ella, Sir Didymus is my favorite, and thanking some random folks from my lower tiers of support. Thank you, Pippa Barwell, Mandy Walla, and Jessica, the Trans Metal Alchemist. The boys are back, and we've got a new one here. We have Navarro has joined the mischief. Okay, so that's just what we're doing now. All right.